everyone, we're going to simplify the following radical expressions. We're going to multiply by the conjugate on both of these for the denominator. You cannot have a radical in the denominator. So the way we do that, we're going to factor using the difference of perfect squares. And we're going to write it like this right here. So if I write 5 plus square root of 3, divide it by 4 plus square root of 3, we can't just multiply it by square root of 3 because then that would give you still a radical when you multiply it by the 4. So what we're going to do is use this little trick here and multiply by the conjugate. These are conjugates of each other. So a plus b, the conjugate of that is a minus b, and vice versa. So since we have 4 plus square root of 3, we're going to multiply it by 4 minus square root of 3. And whatever you multiply in the denominator, you also have to multiply in the numerator, because this whole thing equals just 1. All right, so you're just multiplying it by 1, but we're just redressing the equation, simplifying. So for the denominator, basically, our a is 4, and our b is square root of 3. So our denominator, we're just going to write it as a squared minus b squared. So that's going to be 4 squared minus square root of 3 squared. Now the numerator, you're going to have to FOIL that out. But the denominator, what we're going to get is 16 minus 3, and that's going to equal 13. All right, so for the numerator, we have to FOIL. So we're going to get 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times negative square root of 3 is minus 5 square root of 3. Then do your inner, that's 4 square root of 3. And then the last is going to be minus square root of 3 squared, which is 3. So that gives us 17 minus, when you combine those, that's minus square root of 3. Divide it by 13. Right? And that will be your final answer. All right. And then for the next one, we do the same thing. We have 6 divided by 2 minus square root of 7. So what we're going to do is multiply the numerator and denominator by 2 plus square root of 7. Now what that does to the denominator is going to get rid of the radical. That should be a 7. So when you get the denominator, you're just going to get 2 squared minus square root of 7 squared. So that's just going to be 4 minus 7, which equals negative 3, because this is just going to be a 7. Now for the numerator, just multiply those two, and you're going to get 12 plus 6 square root of 7. So we have 12 plus 6 square root of 7, and you divide each of these pieces by negative 3, and that's going to give you negative 4 minus 2 square root of 7. So that will be your final answer. All right, and that's it for that one. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.